It is my great honor to be sitting with Zdenik, Velky, and Jaroslav Falta, some of the greatest racers that we've ever seen in the world. I'm going to ask them a few questions about the 1974 season and what happened. If anybody remembers, it was the Russian versus the Czech at every event, up until the end of the season in Switzerland, when there was a hell of a controversy that erupted. The World Championship was on the line, and as far as I'm concerned, the Russians cheated like crazy. Falta was, well, let's find out the story from the man himself, okay? How well do you remember that final season? Is it still something that you think about?
Jak živě si pamatuješ tu sezon? Tu 74.
Jak si to pamatuju, no zbojovalo se o mistra světa a hlavně ten konec, prostě ten konec mě zavízl jak naši, tak Rusové.
Okay. Is it on?
It's on.
Okay. Well, I do have.
Yeah, it's on. Good.
I do have quite still live memories of the whole season. As we all know, it all came down to the very last race, and I believe that they just cut me out of it. Not only the Russians, but also the Czechs.
You feel the Czechs cut you out as well? How can that be? They were your teammates.
Proč si myslíš, že i Čechové ti podrazili? Kvůli tomu San Marino?
Prostě jsme byli podle vedený Rusama, když tak komunisti.
Řekni, že nechtěli naši jít proti Rusům.
Proti Rusům.
Aby podali protest, víš?
Že to měli spít na vizeru.
Že to byli naši bratři.
Naši bratři.
Well, it was all politics that we really did not have a chance to intervene with, and the Czechs were led by the Russians, so they had to do what they were told, and that's how it was. They simply did not want to go against the Russians' politics.
I see. So politics intervened, and they gave the title to the Russians. Now, were you aware before the race that they were going to try to knock you off the track?
Tušil si, že po tobě půjdou v 70. Absolutely not.
And so they had not done that at all throughout the year? No dirty tricks?
Absolutely not.
Had you been speaking to the Russians throughout the season? Were you friends with them at all?
S Rusama byste se bavili, nebavili, měli jste šanci se...
Ne, dozvěděl jsem to až další rok.
No, not at all. They were very close community, and also, as many not know, we do not speak the same language. So no, we did not understand each other, did not talk to them, and I had no idea that I did not win until a year later, where I found out on the radio.
So you did not know that you did not win the championship. You thought you had won the championship that day.
Yes, can I answer?
Yeah, go, of course, of course.
Yes and no. Yes, I won, but I knew that there was a protest, that something had to be solved in San Marino at the Motocross Federation, and that was absolutely not in my hands. And when those people came back with the results, it was published on radio, and that's how I found out.
Could you have done anything different that day?
Udělal by si něco jiného ten den.
Než to dělal nic, tam jsem potřeboval vyhrát.
Yeah. There was nothing I could do differently. I had to win, and I did, and the rest is history.
The rest is history. I was your biggest fan in America, and I and many Americans felt you were cheated. And to this day, we are angry, okay? We still feel you are the rightful 74 250cc world champion.
Takže byl tvůj největší fanoušek, že si do dneska podveden, že dodnes jsou lidi naštvaní, angry, za tebe všichni bojují a že ty seš ten 74. vítěz, mistr světa.
Že jim děkuju a že u nás vlastně jsme už vždycky zapomenutí.
Yeah.
Že to tady, že nás berou.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I am overwhelmed with all the fan base that we, all the Czechs, have here in the States. Thank you all for coming and your support. And yeah, pretty much. Thank you.
Let me ask Zdenik a couple questions if you don't mind. Were you at that race in Switzerland?
Byl jsem ve Švýcarsku. 74.
Did you see the cheating going on, the bumping on the track?
Viděl jsi to tam?
No, nemohl jsem to vidět, že my jsme startovali společně, takže jsem neviděl, co se děje na trati, jo, protože jsem závodil, ale po příjezdu jsme všichni mysleli, že Jarda to má jistý, až pak jsme se dozvěděli, že co se stalo, že mi přidali minutu trestou a taky. To jsem se viděl až po rozjížďce, ale během závodu jsem to neviděl, jsem závodil s tím.
A kolika, jak jsi to jel?
Jsem byl pátý.
I was there, I raced with him, but I was not aware what's going on the track. I was racing, I came in 5th, and after all, when we all came back to the pits, we thought that Jaroslav had it, that he did won, but then later we found out what's going on with the Russians, and then there is a protest and a minute penalty. So after the minute, he was giving the penalty for jumping the gate, and that put him in the 8th place overall in that day, and put him in the 2nd in the GP. So yeah, I did not see what's going on, but I was there, and we all thought, you know, that it's a BS.
Terrible. Terrible. Thank you guys for coming today and telling us your story. I wanted to ask you about the 1975 The Nations team that you led. You won the world that year. How was that experience for you? Was that the very top of your racing ability that we saw?
75. družstva. Jste vyhráli pár slov k tomu.
No, byl to závod, který se nám povedl, no, to nejde pár slov víš k tomu říct, protože moc jsme se na to nemohli připravovat, že jsme motocykly až v týdnu postavili před těma závodama, my jsme jezdili 250 víš. Takže až ten týden před závodama jsme udělali půl litry, do těch jsme vložili motory.
Motorky nebyly, no,
motorky nebyly.
Nedostali.
A akorát nám půjčila fabrika pérování, který nám po závodech v těch motorech jsme dali tam.
Ještě na trati, okay. Well, there are a lot to say about that race. One thing I would like to point out that we did not see or had the motorcycles that we raced on until a few days prior to the race. We took the engines out and put 500s in it and jumped on, and we were lucky. We won that day, and it was the top of our careers. It was absolutely wonderful experience, but we were not prepared.
You were not prepared. Let me ask you about your bikes. Did you feel you were at any competitive disadvantage to the Russians or the Americans or any of the Europeans? How did you feel about your bikes?
A co se týče motorek, mysleli jste si, že máte výhodu nebo spíš nevýhodu proti konkurenci?
No, výhodu ne, to byly ještě léta, že ta zetka se s ní nechala závodit.
Yeah.
Ale už si viděla, že těch zetek na startu jsme jenom my a Rusové, jinak možná, že Rusové taky ještě byli 75. Protože jim dali motorky nám ne. No, takže my a Rusové jsme byli jediní, kteří jezdili na číslách, jinak už ty Japonce nás netlačovali.
Well, 74, 75 was probably the last year where CZ was there with the rest of the world. If you look at the gates, we and the Russians were the only one racing them, the last ones, but I did not think it was a disadvantage. I think 74, 75 was about the last year when the bikes were on the same, maybe slightly better levels, but then it was gone after
The
that.
Japanese invasion took place.
The Japanese invasion took place 76 and on, and it was gone.
Yes. Now, Now, you two won the 1974 Inter AMA. Do you remember that race?
Co si pamatujete tady o Americe v 74 ta Inter AMA?
Tak my jsme sem přijeli a neviděli jsme, co nás čeká, ale závodil jsem tady dobře. My jsme měli asi 12 závodů za ty 2 měsíce, jo? Tak
Hlavně jsme se tady rozdělili, jak doma se trénovat.
jsme cestovali po té Americe a jsme měli 12 závodů.
And so we came out here, had no idea what to expect. It was in the break of the GP in Europe. We raced about 12 races in those 2 months, and it really added on to our practice time and gained more experience, seeing different tracks, different level of riding, and we had a really good time. Everybody was really nice to us. And we were, I guess, representing CZ well.
Yes, and you represented very well. Now in 74, you also won the Super Bowl of motocross, and you beat the world. That was the race that, in my mind, defined you as the best in the world. All of America was watching you. You stepped forward. Can you tell me, do you remember that race at all?
74. o Super Bowlu, jestli může něco říct v podstatě v té, že pro Američany tady ty jsi se ukázal jako jednička, že tohle je teda člověk, na kterýho my si máme dávat.
Je to jako u nás ty tratě se nejeli takový, jako teda starý Cross. No a jako povedlo se nám to tady zazávodili, ať je to trajc, nebo na ně pamatujeme na ty kluky. Ale mě tady byl v tu dobu Dekostr, takže tam byl mistr světa, takže jsme si...
Ten byl i Mikula tady, prosím.
Ten byl rok...
Později, až 75, jo.
75, ne.
Takže na tom je psaný na tom, jak je na tom Mikulu, tak tam byl Mikula.
No. To byl s náma, 73.
Well, that was an experience. Completely different. We don't have tracks like that. We don't have stadiums this size and at where we come from. And being able to ride and meet the coaster and Marty was there. We were learning from them and also showing them how it's done.
Yes, because you dominated that day. You dominated that day. All right. I'm going to cut this short because I know you guys got a lot to do. Okay? All right.
Well,
a couple more questions for you. Do you still ride today at all? Trail riding or just getting out on your bikes? No?
Na houby na babetě.
Yeah. No. Zdenik was racing. He was very active in the vintage racing up until about 2 years ago when he had a really unfortunate accident, not related to motocross at all, and since then he is still dealing with that, is still in recovery. My father is not racing due to many neck injuries and back injuries. He can't even put a helmet on right now. It's just a mess. But that's what happens to everybody when they race.
Yes, it does.
Nobody gets younger. And so yeah, he can get on a motorcycle to go mushroom picking. I guess it's a little 50cc scooter that he just buzz around in town and do his stuff. But no more racing, no more riding.
Well, thank you, both of you, for coming to America and for sitting and giving some of your time for us. This is a very important thing for our club and our race, and it means a great deal. Thank you very much. Zdenik Velky.
Okay. Well, thank you for all your kind words and all your support. We would like to really thank the Delators who invited us over here, and everybody who came forward and made this thing happen. We are overwhelmed with the fan base that we have here, and please do not
champion. Woo! Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very, very much.